Welcome to this presentation of the CODIO solution. CODIO is an acronym for Collaborative Decision Making in Integrated Operations. And that is what we will demonstrate in this video by solving a case in real time. The case is one where the operation experiences very low ROP and needs to come up with possible causes in a highly uncertain environment. Multiple disciplines, engineers, geologists, offshore operations, etc. are involved, and we will show how they can collaborate using social components and how customized workspaces present them with the tools they need to get the job done faster and smarter. I'll go through the different personas that you'll see in the case, and the main role is Eric here. He's the drilling engineer, and it's through his eyes and his browser we will see this entire demonstration being played out. And this is Anders, the ADT consultant. He's working in the ODC and providing the operation with advice based on analysis of operations across the entire Ekofisk field. This is David. He's the directional driller in this operation. He'll also represent the entire offshore operations for brevity, just in this case. And this is Guro, the geologist. And she's normally not working too close with the operations in this phase that we're in now, but through CODIO she can see what's going on, and she's more involved when she finds that geology is relevant for what's being discussed. So look at the front page at the dashboard for all the operations in the ODC, and I can see how things are going, and I see that David here in operation at Alpha 27 comments that ROP has been slow for a while, so I'll tell him I'll look into that, and I'll post that on the front page here, as you see. Then I can drill down into the operation, just easy as that, and have a look at detailed look at the time versus depth plots and see what's going on. And after having a look at the logs and so on, I'll take some screenshots that is easier for everyone else to understand, and I'll attach that to the comment here to bring everybody up to speed of what's going on. So I'll just attach it can be a link or a picture to a log file, and I'll tell them what I've noticed, that the ROP is really low, and we need to start a discussion on this. And I'll also ask them to try some different drilling parameters for now. And when that's updated, everybody can have a look at the log files. So you see all the community members here that are a member of this operation, and everyone can go in and see that that red line to the left there is it's all 0. So basically, operation has stopped and we're doing no progress. So I'll refresh the feed, and I'll see that David here has that they've already tried it, and I'll see that the drill crew is getting impatient and they're thinking to pull out of hole. So what I'll do is I'll create a known space, a new problem board where we can discuss this problem, and in that way we'll get some special tools inside that problem board that is specialized for this low ROP case, and we can use those tools, and we can have a separate discussion in here on how to deal with this. So here you see there's some special tools in here that I can use, and we'll show those later. So I'll just tell everyone that I've created a problem board, and that will be visible for everyone to see that discussion, so that everybody knows that they can come in here and discuss what we should do. So I'll see that the geologist is putting in a link to a document in here with some overview of the geology in the area, and she thinks that the chances are high that we've encountered a stringer. Also, the ADTs are coming in here and have attached a link to how to drill stringers and some procedures on that, so all disciplines can join in. So I'll take that input and I'll do some calculations with the tools that I have available here now in the CODIO solution. So there's an ROP calculator that can do some simulations for me with different parameters And there's a special tool for looking into the history of previous bit runs, so we can use previous history to learn of what might have happened now. I'll just tell everyone what I'm doing so everybody are up to speed on that. Also, I can use @ signs to give people special messages or ask them. So I'll ask David now to have a look at what I'm doing, so that he can comment on my input to the tool, so we can collaborate socially on these things. So you see that everybody here is a profile, and you can see a little bit about people. So like on mouse over on David, I see that's David the driller, and yeah, that was the right guy. So I'll open the pivot viewer tool, which gives me an overview of all previous bit runs and history related to that. And I'll put on some filters. I only want to look at the Ekofisk field for now. So I'll get some aggregated information, and I can filter these on different things. So you see, most of these bits are pulled to TD. I only want to look at PDC bits, and I also want to make sure that we look in the sort of right area, depth area. So you see, we have quite a lot of history right here, and I can see I want to look at short run lengths, since we haven't been drilling for a long time. So we can do some analysis on this on the bits right here, and try and experiment with different parameters to I look at the dull characteristics of the bit, because we want to investigate if it's likely if these bits have been worn. And I can look at the detailed pictures of previous bits. I can see how they performed, and I can get some information from that. Also, there is a special tool in here where I can simulate whether or not it will be better to pull the bit, or whether or not we should continue drilling with the bit that we have. So I'll put in how much time it takes to change the bit at surface. I'll put in the different depth, the depth where the casing shoe is, the current depth, and where we expect this hard formation to stop. So I'm not sure where it will stop, but maybe it's only 20 more feet. Maybe there will be 100 feet more. So I'll put in my best estimates on that, and I'll put in the TD. And then by putting in the drilling speeds for the bit that we do have, and what I estimate the new changed bit will give us of ROP in the two formations, I can start to simulate how long it will take to keep the bit, and how long it will take to drill to TD with the new bit. Also, we need to put in the tripping speeds when I put in the ROPs, because obviously the tripping speed will be a major delay here in changing the bit. So in the cased hole, tripping in and tripping out can be pretty fast, whereas in open hole, I'm really not sure how fast I can trip. So I'll put in some numbers, and maybe David can help me with some input on this. The good thing about putting in these probabilities is that it doesn't have to be correct. I can put in big uncertainties if I'm not sure, and you can see that reflected in the two cases. So it looks like keeping the bit is the best thing to do right here. It sort of looks like that will take about 40 hours, whereas changing the bit will take 60 hours. But there's quite some uncertainty involved here. And I'll see that David here has looked at my numbers, and he says that the tripping speed actually are more like 400 feet per hour. So I'll increase those a bit, so we can collaborate on these numbers and try to come up with something we can all agree on. So I'll just let him know that I've that have taken that into account. And I'll quickly update these numbers. So the new calculations are, well, they're a little bit different. The round trip is now estimated only to take 12 hours, but it still seems like the best idea is to keep the bit if we can. So these numbers, I'll just suggest that we'll drill ahead, and that we assume that this is stringers. That's the input from the geologist, that's the ADTs, that's my input, that's using the history of previous bit runs, and taking all that into account. Based on that discussion, I think we should keep on drilling for a little more. So we can see what the other guys have to say about that as well. But that's my decision for now. If I'm looking now, maybe some of the guys even like what I'm saying. I'm a bit curious to what these guys are thinking right now. 3 people like this. Wow, that's cool. Let's see how these guys are. Yeah, look like people are agreeing with me for now. So let's jump a few hours into the future and have a look. And I see now that the directional driller has uploaded some new logs. And look, we actually have some areas here with high ROP. Looks like that's we're through the worst part of the formation, but there are still some stringers here. But the bit seems to be doing fine. I mean, otherwise it wouldn't be drilling ahead at 250 feet per hour, right? So that's a suggestion. It's really a suggestion that we're doing the right thing here. Of course, we'll have to see. So jumping a little more into the future, I've looked at the logs again, and I'll attach the latest log here that I've found. And things seems to be going much better now, so I'll let the other guys know that. So it looks like we've all done the right thing here for now, and we should all be proud that we've been able to come up with a good solution together. So we've just seen a case being solved in real time. We saw how to use decision models for handling uncertainty. We saw how the solution provides the operation with increased visibility to other disciplines, other operations, to management, and so on. We saw how the social collaboration really makes it more interesting for people to get into discussions and share their viewpoints, and how it all feels much more personal when you have social profiles and knowledge profiles. And we saw how the entire decision process now is transparent, instead of being in an email chain somewhere where only people that are CC'd are involved. Now it's suddenly visible to everyone involved in the operation.